Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Nur Shakila binti Musa, FA17079. So my part is make a conclusion. So for this product, the development of half-boiled egg maker processing was successfully out with the help of brainstorming with our members, and we consider the pro and cons of this product before we decide this design. So until we come up with the best idea and design, this product is lightweight construction and is very easy to handle, and the construction thereof is simple. Yet another benefit of the product is to propose a process which is very quick and energy saving and can be operated by a person of ordinary skill. This product will boil the egg in perfect condition, follow what user want. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to Prof. Aziz. My name is Muhammad Shafiq. I will explain about heat transfer model. As there are three methods of heat transfer, that is convection, radiation and conduction. Heat transfer is convection, and this is our heat transfer model. That's all from me.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nik Fa'arif bin Abdullah. My ID number is FB17072. So now I have the engineering assumption. The first one is we assume the size of the egg are large, thus the length is 56.10 millimeter and width of 42.81 millimeter. The next one is the heat conduction of the egg is one-dimensional, and lastly the thermal property of the egg and the heat transfer concept are constant. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. So today I'm doing heat boil egg maker processing machine for principal use. So first I consider a spherical homogeneous egg of specific heat capacity. For capacity C, density alpha, and thermal conductivity T, and then radius called constant. So this is my principal use. So as you can see, initial temperature is T8, and then it's cooked by immersion in water. Time T is equal to 0. Right, and keep the surface temperature conservation of energy at constant T water. Right, as you can see here, this is formula for conservation of energy required. As you can see. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Natira Bida Malafi, FA17081. So firstly, I would like to present about the introduction. The boiling an egg involves the non-steady thermal situation where the temperature within the egg is dependent on both time and position. The heat time for the last related to the position of the yolk, shell thickness, the motion of the air pocket, and the temperature induce the variation of the egg white thermal properties. So this is the engineering assumption. So the engineering assumption, the egg is spherical shape with a radius 2.5 cm, and the heat conduction of the egg in one dimension. The thermal property of the egg and the thermal heat transfer coefficient are constant. So next is the heat diffusion equation. So this is the heat flux, which is J, the proportional the temperature gradient, and this is the temperature must obey to equation. This is the equation of the temperature, and this is the spherical symmetry equation. That's all from me. Thank you.
And represent the first design concept. The egg will be input the egg holder, but before this egg holder below the box, inside the box, the egg holder are at above. But due to the temperature is not on the limit, after the Arduino is turned off, the pulley it will go down slowly, will go down into the box, and the hot water which flow into the box and recycle, but the egg that egg inside the hot water will generate an increase in heat, and the increase in heat will detect by the heat sensor. The heat sensor, which at the limit for the half-boiled egg, will give Arduino information and will give power supply to the motor to rotate the change, and the change will pull up the pulley, and the egg holder will be above the hot water again, and that's how you do for this machine. It's a rotation of things. The pulley will go up and down based on the heat sensor, based on the temperature. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Isamuddin bin Abdul Rahman. My metric is FA17010. Okay, I'm gonna explain about concept 2, which is having a power supply, Arduino, egg holder, hot water, heat sensor, egg, and how it works is when the egg placed in the on the holder, the sensor placed at the holder to detect the temperature, and then fill the water with the hot water. When the certain point, Arduino will get the info, and the egg holder will going up until it is half boiled, and then the holder is moved based on the information that get from the Arduino. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Sarah binti Abdul Manan, FP17097. Okay, today our group did the half-boiled egg maker processing machine. I'm in charge for the software department, which I will explain about the flow chart of the program. And here it is. Okay, firstly, the program will start, and then we have to wait for the water to boil, and then after the suitable temperature is reached, it is detected by the DHT22 temperature and humidity sensor. And then if suitable temperature is not reached, then the action will turn back into the boiling water. And then after the suitable temperature is reached, we have to insert the egg, and if there is no egg inserted, then the pulley will not pull down. Okay, if there is egg inserted, then the pulley is pulled down, and then the egg will be boiled until it reach the half boil point, and then the temperature sensor, the DHT22, detects, and LED indicator will turn on. If LED indicator is not turned on, then it means that the half-boiled egg is not yet finished boiling. And then if the indicator is on, then it states that the egg is already half-boiled, and we can pull down the pulley. Pull up the pulley. And then the egg is ready to be served, and then the action will end. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Shazwan bin Ismail, FA17115. Today I want to present about the electrical component selection for half-boiled egg maker processing machine. First of all, we use the Arduino, which is we set up the input and output, and then we use the thermocouple for measure the temperature of the water. Then we use the DC motor to supply the power supply in electrical energy into the mechanical energy. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Hairul Faizi bin Hanafi, FB17008, responsible for electrical component selection. So for thermocouple, we choose from JKT type, and we find that the T1 is very suitable for us because the range is very suitable and small. Okay, for the Arduino, we choose Arduino Uno because the digital pin is 13, and that was enough for us, and by using the thermocouple. So at DC converter, we choose MX66765. That's especially good for thermocouple application and SPI compatible. So it use less pin out and I. for DC motor, we use only standard DC motor, not servo or stepper because of the cost constraint, and it guided by limit switch. That's all from electrical component solution. Thank you very much.
Then I'm going to explain the electrical part. So first we are using Arduino Uno. So we are using three Arduino Uno because we want to measure the water temperature. We want to measure the inside egg and the outer egg temperature. So we are using three Arduino Uno, and then we are using three thermocouple, and also we are using the three sensor and then three LED to show the each of it measure each of it temperature. So here is the design of the circuit.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afi Azim bin Jamal. I'm with ID FP17066. I would like to give a brief about my part, which is software design. My part is usually just about the table. So this is my roughly table in the paper. So you can see it for the table is we are using programming language is C language, which is we are commonly using in the programming. So for IDE, which is integrated development environment, we are using Arduino because we already learned about the Arduino for programming for engineers. For sensors, we are using the HT22, which is it's already have the temperature and humidity sensor. So that's why we are using this, because this project is about the temperature of the water and about the boil of the egg. So we need to use the HT22. Indicator is we are using this LED as a sign to know is ready at the full time or not. Okay.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to Professor Aziz. My name is Noormana Najiha and I'll be presenting about software parts in our project called Half-Boiled Egg Maker Processing Machine. For the introduction, this project we use Arduino IDE as our software to connect the machine with the sensor. The sensor that we use is DHT22 temperature and humidity sensor to detect the amount of heat generated by the egg in the machine, which allow us to sense or detect any physical change to the temperature of the egg, as to know whether the egg has reached to its point, which the egg has been half boiled. We use an LED indicator to indicate it. Once the indicator lights up, the pulley will be operated to take the half-boiled egg out from the machine. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Eva Ismarina binti Muhammad Hamid, FP17104. For this project, I'm responsible for the software part. So this project, we use the thermocouple sensor to check the temperature need. So for this part, this is the coding. We use const integer thermocouple input equal to A1. Next, voice setup. Serial begin with 9600 as the rate for the serial communication. Next, the void loop. Integer ADC value, void temperature. ADC value equal to analog rate thermocouple input, which is the temperature. The temperature equal to ADC value multiple with the temperature need. Next, serial print equal temperature equal to the value. So then it will say print the temperature. The delay is 1000.
For this coding, we'll insert the value of the temperature for the egg to be half boiled. Then when the temperature has reached 8, where the egg is half boiled, it will send a signal where the LED indicator will be on. As a result that it already half boiled, so then we can pull the pulley and take the eggs. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Rizman and I will talk about the discussion. First is the adroit prevents to thicken at 63 degrees Celsius and then solid at 65 degrees Celsius. The yolk began to thicken at 65 again, then set at 33 Celsius. The whole egg set at the temperature about 63 Celsius because this project you want half boiled egg. And also note that the cooking time depends on many parameters such as the size of the egg that we use and its temperature before cooking and the boiling temperature of water and thus altitude, the heat transfer coefficient and thus the level of bubble motion during boiling. Therefore, there is a considerable amount of science or a good amount of experience behind boiling as the correct amount of doneness.